What's going on, everybody? Wilson here, your spiritual hype man. I hope you're having a great day, and if you're not, just remember it's the thoughts in our head. And today's episode, I want to talk about, let's see, what do I want to talk about? Okay. Last couple weeks, I've been in, there was a little bit of a funk between things that have happened, situational wise, family wise, stuff like that, business wise, and so like I was looking for something else. I was like seeking. I was like I need to fucking. Oh, it was health wise too. So that's what it was. I had some sort of issue like with my right side. A couple weeks back, I was in soccer. I got hit pretty hard. Where I felt pain. Like I was like, holy shit! Like I have not felt this pain in a minute or if ever. I don't know. I got hit. I fucking held it in, and then like 30 seconds, 45 seconds later, I was better. I was still playing, but I didn't stop to think. I'm like, hold on, maybe I need a couple of days off from physical activity to just kind of recuperate. I didn't do that. I kept playing soccer. I had a game, I think, the following day. I don't know if it was the following day, whatever. But I had consecutive soccer after that, and then I supplement, right? So I don't know, for most people that I don't think I've had like a full episode on supplementation, which at some point I will talk about it. And I've supplement on certain things. I talk about longevity. I'm all about longevity. I want to live a long, full life. I want to be healthy. I want to be able to run around. I want to be like Carlisle and all these other old guys. If you haven't listened to that episode about Carlisle, you should. I want to be playing for a while. I want to be healthy. I want to be doing push-ups, sit-ups, and be able to do it at a long time. And so part of that is supplementation, right? But I was hitting supplements pretty hard for the last couple of weeks along the situation where I got hit. And so I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know if it was my liver or this part of my right side, the gallbladder or whatever. But I was just feeling weird, feeling awkward. My bowel movements were a little bit weird. And so whatever, I was seeking between that and the mental shit that was happening. And again, it could all be connected to the mental stress, right? Like the fucking chess game we play in our own head. I don't know if that was connected to or if it was just adding to it. So this plethora of things were happening at once. So when that happens, you seek, right? You look for things. You look like for answers or ways to fucking do things. And for some reason, I like listening to audiobooks, and I think it was the Joe Dispenza book was popped up. I don't know if it was said or whatnot, and they picked it up and it showed it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to listen to this. And it was Joe Dispenza. It was, I think, Become Supernatural. And it's all about like, you know, feeling and healing the body and meditation and just some examples. The book is really good. I would encourage you to listen to it. Let's see. Becoming Supernatural. Yep. And I'm like on my second listen actually from it. I'm on chapter 6, second listen. So he takes you through examples of like certain situations that make sense logically. And if we don't listen to it, like they're not really on top of anybody's heads, and you probably don't see a lot of that like in super mainstream media, probably not on your fucking feed unless you're like, you know, unless you're tuned into Joe Dispenza and things like that. But the notion of being able to meditate, and meditation is, and I would say meditation is just like taking time for yourself and getting to a point where you're just here. You're like one. You're not think about a million other things. Nothing else is really important to you other than the breath and you being present in existence of whatever this thing is. And it was great. Like all these examples, great. And then he's got one example about the heart, like feeling love. And I think I have an episode about this. Another good one I would encourage you to listen to. I think it's I don't remember, but I don't remember the number exactly, but I definitely talk about when the last time that you actually felt love was. Like when was the last time that you actually felt that feeling deep down in your bones and in your heart of love, right? And it hit me because I'm like, fuck. I was like, when is the last time that I actually felt love? Like loved or the feeling of love. And so it took me through a meditation, and I did the meditation, and it helps guide you, you know, it guided me to get to that feeling or to like remember certain things that made me feel love, like that brought me back to the feeling of love. And that feeling is pretty fucking powerful because it's a positive, is synergetic, and energetic feeling, right? That like if you can just go back to the last time you actually just felt like this, the butterflies in your stomach, the feeling of overwhelming love, like it's pretty fucking powerful. And have not had that in a while. Like I haven't felt that in a while, right? Not that I don't have love, because there's love between Patty and I forever and always. But that feeling of like the first time you feel love, or that fucking feeling. I know you know what I'm talking about. Okay. That feeling. That's exactly what I'm talking about, that feeling. And so, after doing the meditation, and then since then I've been not daily. I don't want to say daily, but definitely doing it more and more often. That's becoming part of my habits, rituals. Fill in your vocabulary word. And let me tell you, like, I'll just tell you personally, like every time I do it, even if it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and I feel that feeling, like think about it in terms of long term, right? Or in compound interest. If I went another 10 years without taking time to do that sort of meditation, or at least give myself those few minutes to like go back in time, feel like whatever I'm here, like I see in my head, to feel that fucking feeling of love, and I missed that for 10 years, imagine what that does energetically to your cells, to your body, to your mind, to your fucking life, to the people around you, right? Like imagine that. And so like I think about these things, I'm like, fuck. Okay, so now I'm gonna make sure, just like my ice bath, right? Just like my ice bath, just like me going in and jumping in the ice bath, or doing the physical activity like on a daily, like it's so important to have that feeling of love. It's fucking insane how crazy it is. And then in the book it goes to like say a little bit more about like how it's connected to the body and the healing and all that stuff. Like imagine that energy of feeling love, and then that's how you cure the things that are wrong with you. It's crazy, but it's happened. And so, now I feel fucking great. I also stopped taking supplements for a couple of days. I worked back like a regular diet. And I'm back to supplementing here and there. But I'm not fully supplemented. Like I was stacking on stacks, so, I feel great. Body feels good. I had a great soccer game last night, even though we fucking lost. That's a whole nother episode I want to talk about. Oh my God. But yeah, so my point is a couple things. One, question yourself, when's the last time you actually felt love? Like when's that, like body wise, the feeling inside where you're like, oh my God, I fucking feel amazing. This what love is? Like when's the last time that happened? Two, if it's been a while, I would suggest definitely giving yourself the time and space to sit with yourself and fucking remember those times. What was it? Like when I go back, it happened recently too with Patty. Like we were just hanging out and she comes into the kitchen, she's having fun, she's like feeling good. And then she just gives me this little look and this little fucking like, and I felt like that like I can't stop smiling when I think about it. Like I can't stop smiling because it's just like her face, her presence, everything. I just felt love, and I feel love when I go back to that memory. And so that's like my number one memory that like I hop into. And then I start thinking about other times with Patty and I, and other times and other things, with my family and stuff like that. But it's like every time I think about it, like a smile comes across my face. And so think about that frequency that you're like tuning in with that. So my suggestion for number 2 would be, if you haven't done it in a while, definitely give yourself a few minutes, give yourself 5-10 minutes, and just sit there and then try to work on a mental map that gives you this feeling of love where you're just like, because it feels so much better than not. You know what I mean? I promise you it feels so much better than not. And then the third thing would be like, if you need help or guidance, I would suggest get the book, listen to the audiobook, or read the book, right? So, because there's definitely examples there that he gives. And if you're sort of like, oh, wow, that's, woo-wee shit and witchcraft stuff, you could be open to it. I promise you, like just look, the reason that we can hear things and fucking see things is because of the energy and the frequencies that go out. Light is frequency, energy is frequency. Like that's a fact, right? Like, and again, a fact based on whatever we think is true. But there's something to it, right? So like, the reason food gets cooked in a microwave is because there's fucking energy waves hitting that food that you don't see. So it's the same thing with yourself and your body and all that stuff. So I promise you, it would only benefit you if you do something like that. So if you are interested in that, feel free to get the book, and that's pretty much it, man. That's my perspective for this one. Know that, hey, the fact that you listen and all of you guys are doing what you're doing and you're tuned in, like, that resonates love. So I appreciate you. Love you back. Hopefully, at some point you guys love me in a way and be like, man, this guy's not bad. He's pretty good. I hope there's love there. I know there's some listeners that obviously are here in the area that tell me that. So I appreciate you guys for doing that too. It makes me feel really good and keep that positive reinforcement. So I appreciate you. Mad love to you. Sending you guys some love vibes. And I promise you, like, I'm going to encourage you to fucking go and do that. Go and ask yourself, when's the last time I actually felt this feeling of love? Give yourself 10 to 15 minutes or longer, and then 3, either, if you need more evidence or you want to, or you're more interested in listening to the book as well, like go look at the book. It's called, what? Becoming Supernatural. Yeah. Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza. At some point I'll probably write a book. All right, homies, I appreciate you so much. Have a great week. Keep crushing it. And don't forget, nothing changes until you do. Peace.